up, you guys? My name is Ariana and welcome to my YouTube channel. As you guys can already tell from today's title, today's video is going to be a get ready with me somewhat. I'm not getting dressed, I'm just going to do the makeup and the hair. Before we get started, please feel free to subscribe to my channel if you are new. Make sure you like this video and turn on that notification bell so you guys will get alerts, because I know sometimes YouTube videos be getting lost and sometimes the notifications don't go out. So if you guys want the notifications for my videos, make sure you turn that bell on right now. So let's just go ahead and jump right into the video. The first thing that I'm going in with is my primer. It's the Maybelline Baby Skin. I ain't gonna lie, this is low-key the exact same makeup tutorial that I do in all my videos. It's gonna be very beginner friendly, somewhat affordable. Maybe I zoom in for y'all. For my brows, I use Maybelline Brow Precise. I think the shade that I'm using is blonde brown, something like that. I can't remember the exact name and it's not on the pencil, but I'll have it down below in the description box. Next, I'm going in with my Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Concealer, and I'm in the shade Honey. And I just take this under my eyes to try to carve out my brows a little bit more. Whew, thank God that's over. I hate doing my brows. Next, I'm going in with my concealer and I'm highlighting. I put it underneath my eyes, on my chin, as well as in between my eyebrows and on my forehead. Next, I'm going in with my two foundation shades. One is Can't Stop Won't Stop by NYX, and I'm in the shade Warm Honey. And the other one is Maybelline Superstay Foundation, and I'm in the shade 310. And I take one pump of each, mix it on the back of my hand, and put it all over the places that you see me applying, which is basically everywhere that the highlighted shades are not. And for this video, I did not have a beauty blender, a sponge. Also, my brushes were dirty. The foundation brushes were dirty, so I just decided to blend out with my fingers. And it actually turned out pretty good. I was surprised. So how I do it is I blend out all the foundation first, and then on my chin, I will blend out the foundation and the highlighted shade together. And then once that's done, I will switch my fingers and I will use a different finger to blend out my highlighted shade. That way the colors don't mix. And under my eyes and like around my nose is where I crease the most, as well as where I get oily the most, as well as on my forehead. So in these areas, I really try to take my time with blending out the highlighted shade and the foundation together. It really be the struggle, y'all, because it really doesn't matter how much under eye concealer I put on, I'm still gonna crease, and I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or I don't know. It really just be the struggle, so. Next, I go in with my Makeup Revolution Banana Powder and my e.l.f. complexion brush. So this is the brush that I will use for powder. And I just take this underneath my eye and I'm trying my best to set my under eyes. Again, I'm still going to crease throughout the day. I will try some new products in the future when I get these coins up. But yeah, I go around my mouth because I get really bad smile lines, and I'm just trying to press the powder into those areas. That way I can prevent creasing. And I try to somewhat double up on powder on my forehead and in my T-zone, because that's where it gets oily the most. Next, I'm going in with my Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation, as well as my Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. I'm gonna have the shade names below, and I tap both of those pans, and then I will mix it on my face, and I will set wherever my foundation was at. The only reason why I mix them is because right now, the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder is a hint too dark for my skin, and I'm not trying to look like an orange, and then my neck is a completely different color. Yeah, so this step is pretty self-explanatory. I'm really just going in and blending out all the different areas that you guys can see. And then to warm my skin back up, I will go in with my Maybelline City Bronzer in the shade 300. And I just put this in the areas that you would normally contour. I don't really contour like that because I just prefer to look warm and sun-kissed versus snatched. I don't know, that's just my personal preference, to each his own. Once I'm done with that, I will go back in with the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder to just tone down the bronzer, because sometimes I be getting a little crazy and then I look very red, and I'm not really a red person. I don't have a red undertone, I'm more so yellow. So I have to use the Micro Smooth Powder to kind of balance it back out. And then I also go around my smile lines again, just to further prevent creasing. Also, I take the Micro Smooth Powder down on my neck as well to blend it out, because it seems like out of all my three powders, that one blends out the best with the rest of my skin. Also, I will go back in with that bronzer and I will put it on my nose because it kind of gives you like a little cute sun-kissed glow as if you've been outside, even though I really haven't been nowhere. I got this dark brown eyeshadow at Walmart. It was like $1 or $2. It was in the clearance section. These are the 3 eyeshadow brushes that I will be using in today's eyeshadow look. Again, I'm gonna have it all down below because it's kind of hard to say all the names while explaining what I'm doing. So I take the biggest eyeshadow brush that I have and I take that darker eyeshadow that I just showed you guys and then I pack that all over my lid. Ooh, we looking real raccoony right about now. Once I'm done packing that onto my lid, I will go in with my bronzer shade and I will put that in my crease. I'm also packing before I blend it out because once you blend, it kind of disappears a little bit. So that's just what I've learned with using these products. You have to pack it on first and then you can blend it out after. Also, I will go over that first eyeshadow color with the bronzer because I don't like for my eyeshadow to be too cool toned. And I've noticed when I put the Maybelline color on my lids, it's a little bit too cool for my liking. Once I'm done with that, I will take the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder and blend out that bronzer and to just make everything look all together. A little bit better. Once I'm done with my upper lid, I will go on my bottom lash line with the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder just to give that area some color. And it's also kind of a hack for if you have like under eye creasing. I just kind of take the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder under there a little bit and it makes everything blend well together and it prevents creasing. Next, I'm going in with my Maybelline Snapscara. This is the brown shade. And I just use this on my eyebrows. You can use brow gel if you want to, but I just prefer mascara because it also gives me a hint of color. And since my eyebrow pencil was a little bit cooler and lighter, I can use the Snapscara to kind of balance it out so it gives the brows like a 2-dimensional color. Next, I'm going in with my Wet n Wild pencil liner. It's very inexpensive. I got it at Walmart and I'm just lining my lips with that. And I will also follow that up with the Fenty Gloss Bomb. This is the original shade that they first came out with. We are now on to lashes. I got these lashes from one of my vendors whenever I was searching to find a vendor for my website, which is Ariannalyf.com. So I don't have a name for these lashes, but I've been wearing these religiously. Like for every makeup look, these are the lashes that I go to. So once I figure out what they are, then I probably will add them to my website. I don't know, we'll see. Next, I'm just taking my Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Mascara and I'm applying that to my top and bottom lashes. After that, I am taking my Fenty highlighter. This is Mean Money Hustler Baby. I didn't want to be too highlighted today, so I just put a little bit in between my eyes, on my nose, and a very small amount on my cheeks just so it can have some light to it. Whew, thank God that is over. Now we can finally move on to the hair. Woo! Cute or whatever. Alright, thanks for watching. For my hair, I want to do a feed-in braid, but it's going to be like a sleek ponytail. I can't decide if I'm going to do a high ponytail or a low ponytail yet, but it's going to be a sleek ponytail, and I'm going to add in some Kanekalon hair, so it's going to be like a long braid. High ponytail it is. If y'all are wondering why my hair is staying, it already has hair grease in it, and I also put edge control on my hair earlier today because I had to go outside. This part is self-explanatory. I'm just molding my hair up into a high ponytail, and for this look, I don't want it to be really, really high, more so a mid-high ponytail. I'm going to be using a combination of Murray's Edge Wax and Got To Be Ultra Glue Gel, and I'm just using this to like further slick my hair up. That way we can be laid. I followed that up with my Denman brush and I'm just smoothing the product into my hair as well as molding it into the direction that I want. My hair is kind of sort of frizzy, so I have to follow that up with the Got To Be Ultra Glue Gel just to mold my edges so that they will lay, because I don't got time for a ponytail that's not laid. It's just not cute and we ain't doing it. I wanted to kind of have like the sides of my hair kind of going down and swooped up, and I just wanted the middle going straight back. I don't know, I just think that just looks the cutest for high ponytails. I've noticed with doing ponytails, if you keep your hand in the same place and then you move the ponytail holder around it versus grabbing all your hair, pulling your hair one direction to pull the ponytail off your hand and then wrapping your hair, the first method is a lot easier when it comes to placement because I have had a few lopsided ponytails in my day. Ooh. Y'all, this is so crazy. My natural hair has grown so much in the last 2 years. Thank you, wigs. Also, my hair is blow dried and it's already stretched, so I didn't want y'all to think that this is my natural curl pattern. I don't know why you would think that, but just in case you did, I am 4A, 4B if you guys are new to my channel, but yes, growth. Hello. I just have to give this natural hair ponytail a moment. Y'all, this is ridiculous. This all me. Stiff wear. I low-key could just leave it like this, but I want some more inches. Oh, Jesus. I'm cutting this in half. What I'm doing is feathering the end of the braiding hair because the last thing that you want to do is like add hair into your real hair and then like at the ends it's very blunt and straight across because then your braid is going to come out. So like you can kind of make it the equivalent of like if you were plaiting or braiding your own hair and how it gets like thick at the root and then it gradually gets thinner. That's basically what I'm doing to the braiding hair. So you just want to grab like little pieces here and there that you see that are still blunt and you just want to pull it so it makes like uneven ends. I'm going to take some of this out because I don't want my ponytail this thick. Also, before I start, I'm going to take a little piece of my real hair and wrap it around the ponytail. That way you won't be able to see it. The bobby pin is optional. I just did it only because I didn't want to have to keep on having to fix it throughout the day because on natural hair it's a little bit different versus when you're wearing bundles. On natural hair, for me, it kind of like comes out a little bit more versus if I was wearing bundles. So I just decided to put a little bobby pin in there for security. This part is self-explanatory. You just start your braid on your real hair. If your hair is shorter, you can wrap bundles around your hair instead of doing the feed in. That's just my recommendation, or you guys can keep the braiding hair like together with the rubber band on it and then you can wrap it around your real hair and then you can start braiding like that. I just didn't want my hair to be too bulky because I've tried that method before and I personally didn't like it. So this part is very, very hard to explain how to attach the hair in with it being undetectable. I know it's hard for you guys to see, but I was failing multiple times and I cut those clips because it just wasn't turning out right. So basically you have to grab the Kanekalon hair in the middle where it bends and you have to separate the two legs or the two sides of the Kanekalon hair and you have to put where it bends at in the middle of your braid. I know that that is a very horrible explanation, but hear me out. So again, you have to grab the Kanekalon hair and you have to basically separate the legs. So from your real hair versus the hair that you're adding in, as you guys can see right here, I am taking the Kanekalon hair, the part where it bends is on my thumb. I'm taking one leg of the Kanekalon hair and attaching it to one leg of my braided hair. And then I'm taking the other leg of the Kanekalon hair and attaching it to a different leg of my braiding hair so that way it won't fall out as soon as I start braiding. That was a very bad explanation, but that is honestly the best way that I can explain how to do a feed-in braid. And I tried to slow down the video as much as possible so you guys can see what I'm doing. Once you have it attached in, you just continue to braid like normal. Again, even I was having trouble with this and I've been doing my hair for a very long time. There's like a little bend in the braid as you guys can see. But I think that was because I waited too long to add the braiding hair into the braid because once your real hair starts to get thin, you should have added the feed-in hair probably 2 or 3 braids before that. Horrible explanation. Again, I am sorry. But yeah, once you're done adding in the braiding hair, you just continue to braid your hair like normal until you get to the end. Once the hair starts to get really, really long, I like to wrap it around my neck. I know it looks a little crazy, but that is the easiest way for me to continue braiding because I've done my own box braids before and they're like really long. And once they get to where my hands are like way far from my body, it's very hard for me to continue to braid and then it kind of wastes time. Once I'm done with that, I'm just going back in wherever my hair was still frizzy at and I'm using my bed head hairspray. Looking back on it now, I probably wouldn't have used the hairspray with my hair because it kind of got flaky too fast. Like whenever I was trying to take my photos and my little slow-mo videos and stuff, my hair was already turning white in some places. And I don't know if it's because I put too much hairspray or if it was just a mixture of the hairspray with the Got2b as well as the Murray's Edge Wax and the hair grease I already had on my hair. So I don't know, but maybe in the future I will do a sleek ponytail on my hair when it's wet instead of when it's blow dried, because I still haven't figured out what products work best on blow dried natural hair to get it to lay sleek without you having to straighten your hair. So once I figure that out, I will definitely let y'all know. Right here I'm just going back in with the Got2b glue gel again, just to like relay my edges because they kind of got messed up during the whole process of me doing the braid. And I also use a blow dryer to dry it down because I've noticed that whenever you put the gel on and if you just leave it on its own without drying it, your hair kind of will start to curl back up again if you are in the type 4 category. So if you just immediately go ahead and blow dry it, then it'll work out for you. Alright guys, so this is the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna insert some clips at the end of me doing what I do. But yeah, it turned out really cute. I really like it. It's kind of tricky to get this hairstyle to look natural and not too thick, but also not too thin, and to get your natural hair as laid as possible. If you want it to be really, really laid, you can straighten your hair, but I ain't feel like doing all that, so we just gonna go with this. And the makeup looks good, and yep. So, thanks again for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.